Welcome to Conveyor Accessories. Today we're going to show the proper way to install our hinged plate grip fasteners. There are two sizes in the hinge series, that's 375 and 550. Today we're going to work with the 375. These fasteners come in a kit. As you see here, this is the 550 in the kit. What comes in the kit is obviously your fastener set, the gauge rod, your bag of nuts and bolts, a small package of double-headed nails, an instruction sheet on how to perform this installation. You're going to get your hinge pin and filler tubing will all come in the kit, whether it's a 375 or a 550. So the first thing you want to do in making the splash is make sure that you've got a nice square belt to work with. We're going to use just this short piece of belt today for demonstration. And you're going to need, to do this installation, you're going to need several tools. You're going to need the template for punching the holes in the belt. You're going to need a punch for punching the holes in the belt. You're going to need a wrench for tightening the nuts. We're going to need some bolt breakers to break off the excess bolts after we've installed the fastener. And we also use we recommend using an impact wrench instead of a drill to do this operation, because if a drill catches on you, you can get injured from a drill spinning on you in your hands. The first thing we need to do is to find the center point of our belt. So we'll take our tape measure, measure across, we're at 24 inches. So we can make a mark at 12 inches. And that's where we'll use the center line that's marked on your template to lay it in line with the mark that you made. Okay. Now to secure the template to the belt, we'll take a couple of the double-headed nails that were in the kit. I failed to mention that there are two sizes of our fasteners in this series, and that is the 375 size and the 550 size, depending on your belt thickness. For today's demonstration, we're going to use our 375. Now that we have our belt secured on the template, we'll take our impact wrench and install our belt punch. Make sure it's locked in place, and then we'll drill our holes. It's always a good idea to use some lubricant because these drill bits do get warm. So we'll squirt a little of our, what we call our SL8 silicone lubricant, and then begin to drill our holes. Okay, now that we have all of our holes drilled, we'll remove our double-headed nails. Remove our template. We'll take our fastener insert the belt in the fastener and begin to install our bolts. We've got our 2 end ones in there. I'm going to take a couple of nuts to secure it in place, make it easier for the rest of them. Now we'll install all of our nuts. Get them started. Alright, now that we've got all of our nuts and bolts in place, for demonstration purposes with this short piece of belt, I'll have to secure the belt to the board. Normally when you have a long piece of belt, it will pretty much stay in place. You want to make sure you take your gauge rod and insert it into the fastener. Keep everything stable during the tightening process. So now we'll take back to our impact wrench, take our punch out, and insert our wrench. We're going to tighten the one in the middle first, then we'll come back to the 2 outside ones, and then we'll work our way from the inside out. You'll want to tighten them until you start to get a little pucker of the belt. You really don't want to go any tighter than that. Okay, now that we have all of our nuts and bolts tightened down securely, take our bolt breakers. Typically you need 2. Okay, now that we have all the bolts, excess bolts broken off, a lot of guys like to come back with a grinder and grind down any remaining excess sticking up so that it doesn't interfere with your belt wipers. And with that said, that's how we install the hinged plate grip fasteners. Thank you for visiting our website today.